Hi guys, I finally got my DJI to work. Yes, this is brand new. I just was messing with it for like so long. I got something to say. I got something to talk about. I got something to talk about. If you want to be comfortable in your life, you have to be uncomfortable first. And I mean this in so many ways. Taking the actions or choices that are uncomfortable will lead you to a comfortable life. Working out, getting up early, doing that hard thing, putting effort into that business. But also becoming who you want as a person, doing the things that you want to do, getting to where you need to be in life. This goes for a lot of areas in your life. I can even apply this towards school, asking questions that you're not comfortable with asking. But the thing is, when are you going to learn and grow in life and get the things that you want in life if you're not doing the uncomfortable things? It's going to make you a better person in the end. It's going to teach you something. You're going to learn, you're going to grow, you're going to get something out of it. You're going to be a more educated person. All that's good. So why fear being such a educated person with knowledge and all this stuff? If you want a raise in your job and you've been there for like 5 years and you've never gotten a raise, they're probably not going to get you a raise, but the thing is, you won't know unless you try and ask, but that's uncomfortable. But you don't know. And then after that, if they say no, then you know where you stand, and maybe if you want, you can find a new job. That's up to you. But the thing is, you're gonna have to make so many difficult decisions in life. Breaking up with that toxic boyfriend that cheats on you and manipulates you and treats you so terribly, that's uncomfortable to break up with them, especially if that's all you ever know. But it's gonna be better for you in the end. You're living with toxic family, but they let you stay there for free. They let you live there for free. But they're so toxic. It's going to be uncomfortable for you to leave, but it's going to be better for you to leave mentally. It's going to be better for you to leave. It might be financially hard, but maybe it's better. I should have said this in one of my last videos when I was talking about taking your chances. But I want to say the more times you put yourself in situations that are harder and uncomfortable, the easier most of the time it'll get to do harder things and keep on doing the more uncomfortable things. And again, I on this channel will keep on bringing up my business and like the things that I've done in the past and blah 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 blah. I feel like one of the big things that has shaped me who I am today and what I have to say is my business. It was so hard for me as a high school student to navigate how to not be anxious and have my brain filled with anxiety. But now, because I got over the hard things, I had to go up to the principal and ask. I cried because I was so nervous. I cried. And now I don't think that I would cry. And I was crying because I was like really anxious. But I asked. I got the hard part over with. And then I let it out at the end. But it was over. And they didn't have any problems with it. I got through all the bullying and the being made fun of and the disrespectfulness, and I got so good at to the point like when like I was offered to come into classrooms. At first I was nervous to be like, "Hey guys, does anyone want desserts?" I was kind of quiet. I was kind of like, but after I told you guys about my like quarter life crisis, I was like, maybe I should keep the mic away from me. "Hi guys, does anyone want anything? I'm selling cinnamon rolls, cookies, and brownies. Does anyone want anything?" That was my face. I was just like, because I got the hard part done over. I got used to it. I changed my mindset. So now, because I've been through all that business stuff, and now because I've grown as a person and I've gone through my quarter life crisis and so much stuff, so much trauma, now I can do so many harder things. I've learned to say no. I hang out by myself now because I want to. I don't, like, what if this person doesn't like me anymore? Okay, then maybe I'm not meant to be friends with them. Maybe, maybe whatever. I'm just gonna let it go. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I've grown so well when I just realized it's not that serious and that it's easier now that I already put myself through those uncomfortable situations. That's the point. Once you put yourself through so many uncomfortable situations, you'll keep going and you'll keep getting through all the next uncomfortable situations. But the thing is, once at that point, it's not even considered an uncomfortable situation. But the thing is, the higher you get, maybe there'll be like uncomfortable situations that you've never dealt with before, you've never thought of before, or you've never experienced before. And for that, you just have to push through. And like, if you're at that point, just look at everything you've done before to get to that point. Even for the simpler things in life, you got through all this other stuff, so just keep going to get through the other things. It's okay, you can do it. You're here right now. If you don't even try to push through like the smaller uncomfortable positions you may be in, for the dreams and goals that you want in life, or just simple things, you will never be able to deal with the uncomfortable situations or problems that come with your goal or opportunity. You have to realize that some things that you want in life, they're going to come with things. And that doesn't mean that it's not worth it. I think it does mean that it's worth it. It's worth it, but you have to know and realize that sometimes problems come up and you need to learn how to deal with them. And you need to learn that it's okay to be uncomfortable. And when you're uncomfortable, try to take yourself out of the situation for a moment. Like I say with anything else in life, try to think why you're nervous, why you're anxious, what can I get out of this, what can I learn from this? Like, try to think about it. Try to take a step back. And even if you don't want to think about it at all, or in the moment, just take a step back and chill out for a second. And if you're so uncomfortable with it that you don't want to, or you can't find any reason to like learn or grow from the situation or figure it out, then just ask yourself, what can you do right now to make yourself feel better so that you can deal with it later on? Or do you know when you can deal with it? Do you know, maybe it's a time thing. Do you know when you can figure it out? Just like keep on asking yourself questions. Really just take a step back from what you're thinking about. Don't let yourself get too caught up in it. One thing I will talk about in the future is don't leave yourself like sitting in a puddle, or don't leave yourself in a puddle. Like, get up from the puddle. But that's another video idea for another day. And I feel like going back on the fact of talking about your goals and your ideas and whatever are gonna have like problems or issues, or it's gonna be uncomfortable. Once you get past that, it is gonna be so rewarding. Like, you got past that, you went through it, and the harder it is, the more accomplishments, like more accomplished you are gonna feel. Like, that was so hard, but still, I got through it. I worked my way around it, or through it, and I learned and I grew. I did this really hard thing after doing like all these hard things, and then it got really hard, and I got through it. And you should be proud of yourself. You should, right now, all the hard things that you've done in your life, like everything you've done hard in your life, whether it's a choice, a situation you were put in, just anything, think of it right now and think about it in a good way. Like, you're so proud of yourself for getting past that point, because it is hard. It is hard. Like, sometimes it does drag us into a depression. It's hard. I kind of want to cry because, like, I don't know why. I'm feeling like all these emotions. But just take a step back. When you're uncomfortable with the choices that you have to make, or you're uncomfortable with the situation it's brought in because it's like worrying and like, I don't know if I can do it, and like it's making you uncomfortable because it's so much worry. There's so much worry to it. It's okay. Just take it one step at a time. What can you do right now? What could you have done? You can't really change anything about that. What can you do right now? What can you do for yourself? What can you do for your position that you're in? What can you do? What can you not do? It's okay to ask that too, because sometimes you can't do anything. I did a little research. 97% of people give up. And that is a lot of people. And I kind of like rounded up the numbers. But 3% is still 247,500,000. Me just rounding it up. It actually should be a little more because the population, I kind of rounded down. So just to make yourself feel better, like, there's a lot of positions, And what I'm getting at with this is, if you're nervous about people, or you're in comfortable positions or situations, whatever, what is the 3% doing? I mean, maybe they cared, but they still pushed through and they did what they want to do. They got to where they wanted to do or wanted to be. And those some of this is like motivation. I know this video is like all over the place and my videos are all over the place, but I feel like there's so much that builds into these situations. So I do want to say the people that are judging you, they are part of the 97. But you are also part of the 97 if you do nothing. If you let those people's words get to you, you are also a part of the 97. You are not part of the 3%. You become part of the 3% once you start making decisions and choices that make you uncomfortable. The hard decisions that make you uncomfortable, that make you worried, that make you have anxiety. But those make you really successful. If you want to be successful, if you want that thing or this thing, or you want your business to grow, or you want to be a doctor. Oh, I can't even imagine how hard that is. I can't. I don't want to. I did take a nursing college class, and it is way too much for my brain. So if you want to do those hard things, it is going to be so hard for you to memorize all this and da-da-da-da-da. But it's going to be so rewarding and accomplishing. Become part of the 3% and have goals and have ideas and have dreams and go for them not halfway. Don't have, I'm not going to say it, but don't half but your way. Do it fully, do it completely, and keep doing it. Break it down into steps if you need to. Like, I want to go to college for like nursing or something. Pass your 4 years. My goal is to pass the 4 years. Okay. Then you can take that and then you can have a new goal. If you want to do it like accomplishment by accomplishment and change your goal, or have a different, like a goal only when you've accomplished it. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you can know what you want to do, like a basis, and then know the full, like, detailed version when you're ready, when you've accomplished certain things. So you don't have to overwhelm yourself, I guess, to that point. But again, back to the 97% thing. Many people just give up. And I'll talk about this in another video. But you should not make excuses for your goals and ideas and whatever. You should not be waiting. This is literally what I'm going to talk about in another video. You should not be waiting till 2026 to start your goals, to start your ideas, to start that business, to start going to do that, to start loving yourself, to start putting the work and effort into yourself. Do it now. Do it now. You're here. You're wasting your time if you're not. Again, with the 3%. What did the 3% do? What are they doing right now? What did they do when they had so-called nothing? But I feel like you can still do stuff when you have nothing. You can still try. I can't get what I'm trying to say, like, out, but, like, if you have the wrong things or you think you have the wrong things, turn it to make it work for you. And you can start with, like, simple things to, like, train yourself to be part of the 3%. Like, I definitely need to work on some things. But say you want to be your best self. Well, first start working with your morning routine. Stop getting on your phone. I actually have been doing that. Make a yummy, delicious, healthy breakfast for yourself. Journal. Listen to something motivational. Like, okay, well then move on to your, like, your afternoon routine or your night routine, depending on when you have time. You know, everybody has work. You know, in the morning, if you want to better yourself, like, open up a journal and talk about your worries and why you're worried about them, and bring yourself into uncomfortable positions. Bring yourself into uncomfortable positions. It's okay. It's just going to help you grow and learn. Now, don't bring yourself into stupid, uncomfortable positions. Don't see a gang and be like, oh my god, I'm going to go over to that gang and mess with them, and I see a person with a gun. I'm going to go over there and mess with them. Oh my god, I saw a video recently, and there was this person, like, pranking somebody. The person had a gun. They dropped a gun. Why would you continue messing with that person? Ugh, I can't do it. But don't do anything stupid. Make smartly uncomfortable decisions. Or put yourself in smart, uncomfortable positions. Don't be stupid. Your goals should be smart. The positions you put yourself in should be smart for yourself and whatever you want or whatever you want to grow. This one's going to be uncomfortable too, and this one's like very iffy. But try to surround yourself with people who also are in the 3% or also want to become. I think people even having dreams and goals and like actually working towards them, I would say that's the 3%. I would say if they're actually working towards it, I would say. And I'm not saying ditch all your friends, like people who actually genuinely care about you, and you care about them. But, if there are people that are like bringing nothing but negativity in your life and you like hang out with them and you're like, you just feel judged and you just feel like nasty and they're starting to make you feel bad, or maybe they only talk about guys. They're like boy crazy. They're like boy crazy. That's no debate. Let them go. Again, I know this is everywhere, but I feel like this, oh my god. Is the person who's judging you and bullying you part of the 3%? No! So why are you listening to them? Why are you worried about them? Why are you so uncomfortable by them? Realize some of these uncomfortable situations you're in, they're uncomfortable because you're making them uncomfortable. You're viewing them as uncomfortable. But really, they're not. Like, really, it's just like stupid nonsense. BS. Nebula's playing with my toe right now. But really, the judger is not the person who's bullying you. And if you really look at that, they're really not successful. So why are you listening to them? Why are you so uncomfortable by someone who's not even successful? You would feel more uncomfortable if someone successful was judging you because they're successful. Really think about what situations you're viewing as uncomfortable, and in reality, you're overcomplicating them. Or maybe it's your own worries or anxieties. Learn how to differentiate. Learn how to like tell them apart. Like when you're genuinely uncomfortable and it's genuinely uncomfortable, or when you're just like, I don't want to say overreacting. And like when I'm talking about people that are bullying you and whatever, I'm talking about business ideas, but I'm trying to see like, wouldn't this work? Like people are just bullying you in general. I'm gonna leave that in there because I actually have a quote that actually reminds me. I think it's some lyrics from With the IE, which is funny because my real name's IE. I don't know what IE stands for in this situation though. My dad actually calls me IE as like a little nickname. Like IE, IE, IE. That's literally how he says it. Why are you evaluating me on your day off? Today I was listening to the song, and maybe I'll make a video on that. But so many people waste their time judging people and making people uncomfortable and putting yourself in uncomfortable situations. Like there's so much negativity and drama that comes from judging other people. And why are you putting yourself in a position that makes you and somebody else uncomfortable? Like it's such a waste of breath. Just think about how many negative things people have to say and how they're just a waste of breath. Like how people would function better if people weren't so negative and judgy. Seriously, it's such an uncomfortable position. But I think that's my point, is just to let it go and just like realize that it's the people that are judging you, they're not a part of what you want to become. They're not going to be as cool, as successful as you. And if they are, you better go ahead and put them in that uncomfortable position and rat them out. Oh, they were being racist to you? Rat them out, rat them out. Rat them out. Yeah. If they want to bully you and call you fat and ugly and make up lies about you, and like I had rumors in high school that were like crazy and it didn't make sense. But the thing is, like, a lot of these people that made rumors about me, like, the last I heard of them, they aren't doing too good. The last I heard of them, they're not good people. Again, what goes around comes around or something. What did I say in my last video that I keep forgetting about? What goes around comes around. I think that is all I have to say. I think I got, like, points everywhere in this video, but I think the real point is it's good to be uncomfortable in life. It's good to learn and grow. even if the uncomfortable situation you're in is hard and you're worried, and this, obviously has some exceptions, so don't like come at me for being like, my husband just died and my kids don't have a dad and now I'm a single mom and my mom just died. Okay, obviously I'm not talking about trauma related stuff. Like, that's traumatizing. I'm not talking about that. Don't twist my words, guys. But I'm talking about the smaller things. I'm talking about the judgment from people. I'm talking about sometimes when you have to stick up for yourself in ways that other people wouldn't, or sticking up for yourself and like learning that your own boundaries. That is my video. That's the end of my video. And I am so excited for this some of these words that I'm saying and some of these like entries that I'm writing in my book make me so genuinely happy to come on here and speak about them. It makes me so emotional, it makes me so happy. It makes me feel accomplished for viewing it this way, for putting it in. And sometimes when I'm going through my videos or like when I'm speaking and I say things a certain way, I get so happy with the way I worded it. Sometimes I word things wrong, but sometimes I word things so right. I'm like, oh my God, that's exactly how I need to view it. If that comes to me and like I'm in a situation I'm not usually in, I need to come back to my journal. So again, my journal's like full. I'm gonna be filling it up and making videos for you guys. But good night. Take care of yourself and try to be more loving to yourself and understanding. But also, loving yourself does mean that you need to put yourself through some hard things sometimes, because when you love yourself so much and when you have goals and ambitions and ideas, you go for them. So that's my video. I would show you guys Nebula, but she's asleep. She's so cute. She's stretching.